And welcome back to KTBS Plus, our live streaming service where we take you behind the scenes on all things that we kind of show in our newscast. And today we're at the Benton Public Library to talk about some of the different events that you guys have over the next month. And I'm looking at this date, November 19th. That is y'all's Friendsgiving from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. And what can people expect if they were to show up to this Friendsgiving? What does that kind of bring?
Well, we have one of the employees here named Samantha. She's over that. There will be a book swap. It's going to be like Thanksgiving Day at home.
Yeah.
So we will have food here. We will have games here. The children are invited. So this is a family event.
Very cool.
Yes,
very cool.
very
And as we're looking, there's a ton of stuff on here closed for Veterans Day. But you guys have so many events over that I'm looking at just in the month of November. Can you talk to me a little bit about some of the things that you're most excited for coming up this month?
Charcuterie chat. I love charcuterie chat.
That's on the 20th.
Because we have painting with friends during the day, but we had a lot of patrons who wanted to paint in the evening time.
Yeah.
So we created charcuterie chat. Everyone loves charcuterie boards
Yes.
and to snack. So we snack. Sometimes we have visitors that come and speak to us, and we paint, and we just have a great time.
Very cool. Now, where can people is this exact calendar up for somewhere where people can find it?
So this calendar here is at the Benton branch. This is the Benton branch calendar,
Yes.
but we have 7 locations. So you need to go to www.bossierlibrary.org.
Yes, and you can
that's
see
where
them.
you'll see the full calendar
Yeah.
of every branch.
Very cool. And you can go and see, whether you're not closest to Benton, but you're somewhere in Bossier that has a public library close to you, you can see exactly what events they have going, which do you know if some of the other branches, do some of the events overlap? Like, is there a Friendsgiving for some of the other branches, or is that something that, is it really up to them? the individual?
Honestly, it would be to your benefit to check the website because every branch does something different.
Okay.
Some things are similar, some things are the same, but a lot of people branch hop.
Yeah.
Because you get the best of Bossier Parish Libraries by
Yeah.
going to all the libraries.
I
So
like that.
it may be Friendsgiving here, but you may be playing chicken foot somewhere else. So
Yes.
yeah.
I love that. How important do you think it is? Oh, hold on. Dropping our little paper here. How important do you think it is for the community to, have kind of, I would say, like an epicenter, the Bossier Parish Library group, right? Whether it is Benton or it is one of the other branches, they have something like that they can go to and just enjoy themselves, usually for free or very little cost, right? Always free, usually always free. And they can come enjoy themselves and have fun and in a good environment space.
The library is a safe place. It's a safe place, and there's so many things that you can do here.
Yeah.
There's so many things that you can do here.
Yeah.
Yes.
What would you say your favorite part about working in a library is?
It's the people.
Yeah.
It's the people. It's the conversation. I'll tell you, this is me. This is my personality. But I had a patron who walked in, and I was walking across the front door, and she saw me, but I saw her face. And I said, "What's the matter?" And if she's watching, she knows who she is. And I'm a hugger, so I hugged her. But we're not in the business of hugging.
Yeah.
We're in the business of books. But when she walked in, she said, "I knew when I came to the library, I would get a hug."
Yeah.
And her sister was battling cancer, and so I hugged her, and that's what it's all about. Community, relationships, and so it's the people for me. It's the people for me.
It's got to be, it's so good to know for the people watching at home that there are places that they can go where positivity is the first thing that people are focusing on all the time, right? It is kindness. It is making sure that others are okay before yourself. It is making sure that, everything that is good is happening here for a reason, right? And I think that is so special, having groups of people that understand that and are willing to push it in the community. That is so powerful. Our last question before I let you go, and maybe we talk about the Dots book up here here soon, and I go talk to Tyler about some of the teen stuff that we have going on, is that as a kid, I remember libraries as a kid. You come in and you immediately are thinking, I don't know if I want to be here. I could be on the game. I could do this. I could do that. And I know that in this day and age, it is getting harder and harder to attract them in. But you guys have done so much planning and effort to make it fun for the kids. How have you kind of seen a positive impact from bringing in some of these new ideas?
Very much so. We want to think out of the box. The library is not a place to be anymore.
Yes.
Sometimes the music is so loud in here, the laughter, the movement is loud in here. We turn our backyard into a splash day.
Yes.
In fact, just for our fall festival, we had a big foam truck here, and we played in the foam. I mean, so this is not just where you come and read libraries and you're quiet and you don't want to disturb your neighbor. Mm-hmm. This is where you come and you build relationships and you learn about the next book, and it's where you want to be. It's the happening place. I mean, I don't.
Place.
It's no happening. It's the happening place.
It's the happening place.
And then like if someone wanted to come and they wanted to have a program, we welcome their ideas.
Yeah.
So if they want to do something different, hey, let's do it. Let's do it.
I love that so much. Now we'll let you go. We're talking more things teen here as we kind of ran through kind of the positive aspects, and you see a lot of that too. This is Tyler. As we kind of walk in now, you host a lot of the events that happen here regularly, right? The painting with friends, the D&D sessions, a lot of that stuff. What would you say? I'm going to ask you the same thing here. Is your favorite part about just being around this space all the time?
Absolutely. Especially on my day-to-day stuff where I'm helping patrons, stuff like that. My favorite thing is taking a patron's worst day and making it a better day, especially being across the street from the courthouse. We get a lot of people coming here having dealing with legal problems, divorces, or something like that. Mm-hmm. And just getting them and telling them like, hey, it's going to be okay. We're going to get your facts sent. We're going to get your copies printed. Everything's going to be good. It's going to be smooth, and just making that easy for them. And that one time, it's nice to be the smooth part of the road in the bumpy day.
It makes you smile whenever you can be the positive thing in someone's day, right? Mm-hmm. Whenever you can make someone else smile, make their day a little bit easier, and you know that they'll think about you a little bit hours. Man, that kid made that so much easier. You know
Absolutely,
what I mean? I want to talk to you a little bit more information. So for the people that have kids that are maybe interested in D&D, or maybe are interested in getting into tabletop gaming, or just getting out of their circle, right? Can you kind of give me a rundown of what a session would look like, whether it is vibes, whether it is kind of the things you are seeing? How well do kids adapt and get along with the other kids? Run me through something like that.
Absolutely. Usually what we do is I kind of just sit them down and ask them what kind of character they would like to play. Mm-hmm. I try not to make the mechanics too complicated, especially for our younger kids, but the teens, they love to kind of get into the numbers of things. But we go through the books, we explain the roles, and we just kind of think of like a story that they like already, like what kind of superheroes they like, what kind of stuff like that. And a lot of times they even want to sometimes be the villains. It's a little crazy. But the kids like to kind of figure out what they can and can't do and kind of push the boundaries. So you get a lot of boundary pushing there, but we just kind of rein it in and make it appropriate. But then we just figure out where the fun is, and we just kind of make it up as we go. So like sometimes I kind of leave it open-ended and ask them, what do you want to do now? Do you want to go help the princess? Do you want to go find the treasure? And then they say, well, I want to go find the treasure. Yeah. I'm like, okay, we're going to go find the treasure. And then I kind of roll some dice and figure out where we're going to go from there.
That's awesome. And I think that's so, it really works on the kids' creativity, right? To have something that they can, really, it's open-ended. And I feel like that's what a lot of people don't know, is that when you are playing these games, you go in really not knowing anything about the story, right? And you go in as a character, whether a hero, a knight, a healer, a ranger, or anything, one of these classes that you can be, and you can go in and you can play the game differently every time, because every character is different, and your actions, they all matter. So if I decided to go maybe search for the treasure, then maybe the princess is captured and I don't get to ever save the princess ever again. Like sometimes those type of decisions making. So one, you're engaging with your friends, you're engaging with the kids in there, but you're also learning decision making skills. You're also being put in situations where you've got to kind of think for a second and be like, whoa, what am I going to do here? And I think that is super cool that they have a place to be and do that. Now, kind of circling, is D&D your favorite event that you kind of help throw, or is it something else?
It was one of my personal favorites. But aside from that one, I actually really like our chess club. Okay. I do a chess club twice a week for teens, for kids and tweens. And it's my favorite thing about it is that the kids come in and they're honestly surprisingly good at chess. Wow. And it's honestly making me better at it because I'm practicing against them and and
That's
they're
so
teaching me as
cool.
much as I'm teaching them.
That is one thing that I learned when I came in here. I had noticed 2 chessboards sitting around, and I was like, chess. I was like, come on now. I love chess, and that's something that as I've grown a little bit. But the fact that the kids are getting into it nowadays, that is impressive. Where do you think that is coming from? Do you think it's like a YouTube thing?
Yeah,
Do
it's
you-
like YouTube and Twitch.
Yeah.
There's a lot of content creators who are kind of playing
I
it,
think
and
so. Yeah, I thought so.
grandmasters make videos and stuff like that. So a
Yeah.
lot of kids come in, they're watching that and then going like, I think I could do that. And the thing is that when those grandmasters started playing chess, they were about their age.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, they might actually be one grandmaster one day.
That is very cool. I want to ask you, because I know that you guys, when what she just said was that this is not a library. This is a very much so a laughter and enjoyment library. And you said earlier that music is a big part of this library, and you guys like to have fun and enjoy that music on the TV. What would you say, especially now, how do you think that influences like the mood and the kind of like the culture that is being built here?
Absolutely. Sometimes I like to say that the librarians are actually the loudest people in the library
Yeah.
because we like to kind of get to go good and laugh and play in sometimes. But all the times we like to put on like 80s music on the TV and get something to kind of sing and dance to
Yeah.
every now and then. And then sometimes the patrons really do enjoy that. They come in here and they'll set up on this table where that chessboard is, even though it's a teen area, the adults can sit there and do their work because they're like want to enjoy
Yeah.
the music. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then sometimes we have people who are coming in, maybe they're having a different kind of day and they come and ask us, hey, could you put on the easy listening today?
Yeah.
And we say, sure thing. And then we put on the nice smooth jazz, something like that. And
Love
we
smooth jazz,
enjoy
yeah.
that too.
I love that. And I think that is so good because when you think about a library, you've got to make it positive, right? And what is more positive than music that people can just be happy to, right? And that is such a unique and fun thing that you guys have added to your guys' library space. Okay, we're going to go talk about dots now, everyone. That was Tyler. Thank you very much. Let's continue walking as you guys can see this amazing library. Look at the roof up here, guys. I've mentioned that about 3 times. And we can walk over here to the kids zone. Very cool, very cool. Let me go over here. I still got this paper. And Jeff is all the way over there. Now, this is The Dot, correct? That is the name of the book. And it is very cool that you guys have this giant wall that I'm guessing goes along with the book. And can you kind of explain to us the importance of this book?
Well, this is a great book. It's a children's book, but it actually has a national day, which is September 15th. So National Dot Day is September 15th. But this is a book about lost dreams, insecurities. And so you can speak to the smallest child to the eldest adult about this book. It's really a great book. In fact, a staff member made this, and I mean, the words are positive. Just make a mark and see where it takes you. So, don't ever be afraid in life. Just make a mark and take your first step. That's what it's all about.
I think that's so inspiring, especially to have something this big. And it was something that whenever I was walking around early this morning, I took a picture of this wall because it is something that, like you said, you can be the youngest child or you can be a 23-year-old or you could be however old, right? And find inspiration in little things like this or a novel like this. Whether it is chasing your dreams, whether it is, not being self-conscious in the world that we live in, whether it is whatever it could be. And I think that is so cool that there is a book. Now, is this something that you guys promote to the kids to come read? How influential is this book to this library?
Well, it's very special to me. It's
Yeah.
my favorite book.
Yeah.
But this is just one of the many books that we have in our collection. There's other series to this, not just The Dot.
Yeah.
So it just speaks to the inner part of the most inner you. Can I read a couple?
Absolutely. I would love to hear a couple pages. Let's hear.
All right. Well, let me start here first. So this is called The Dot. And it said art class was over, but Vashti sat glued to her chair. Her paper was empty. And if you look at her, she looks a little bit bothered.
Yeah.
Why
the
is she
colors
bothered?
too, yeah.
And there's where are all the other kids?
Where are the colors?
So she's
Yeah,
sulking.
yeah.
Vashti's teacher leaned over the blank paper. Ah, a polar bear in a snowstorm, she said. Very funny, said Vashti. I just can't draw. So what I love about this is that there's always going to be someone in your life that will speak to you, that will encourage you. And today it was Vashti's teacher.
Yes.
And she saw, of course, it's a blank piece of paper, but she said it's a polar bear
In a snowstorm.
in a snowstorm.
Yeah.
You know, but she smiled at her and told her to make a mark. And of course, she got mad and she had
What
a
is
little
that,
attitude,
red?
you know,
Yeah.
and did that. But she made her dot, and her teacher was like, this is great. And she wanted her to sign it. So take ownership of your dot.
Yes.
And so she signed her name. I love that. And then her teacher put it on the wall in a beautiful frame, just her one little dot.
Yeah.
But then this is where it gets good. So she said, I can make a better dot than that. So she opened her never before used set of watercolors and set to work. So that shows me that she once had a dream that she can be an artist, but she never had the bravery to do it. Why? Did someone speak into her life? Did she get discouraged? Because her dream was set, it was tabled. And so when she saw her work, she wanted to do better. And so you see, this is a kid's book, but the message is powerful.
Yeah.
So she got excited and she made a red dot, a purple dot, a yellow dot, a green dot. She mixed colors, She made a dot without making a dot. I mean, it's just it just speaks to me. But anyway, what I love about it, her dot made it to the museum. And there she met someone else. And it says, Vashti noticed a little boy gazing up at her. You're a really great artist. I wish I can draw like that, he said. I bet you can, said Vashti. Me? No, not me. I can't draw. Not even a straight line with a ruler. And so now she's able to speak into his life, and she tells him, I bet you can. Why don't you do it, And so he does, and he says basically he can't even draw a line, but he did. And she looks at it and she says, now sign it.
Just like the teacher.
It's powerful. This is
powerful.
it's powerful.
Wow.
So, you need me, I need you.
Yeah.
I may have a day that I'm down and you can encourage me, I can encourage you. And this is a kid's book.
That is
it's a
amazing.
children's book, but it's very impactful.
That is amazing. And that is
Now you understand why National Dot Day
I
means a
love
lot.
it. That is an amazing message inside of that book, and it is something so easily understandable, and the message is so good, and it's what, and that's a lot of what I love to talk about, and within my job is people chasing their dreams, right? Because I get to talk to people from every job, whether it is someone in the agricultural field, to a hairstylist, to an artist, to a librarian, to every aspect of life, and to find people that are passionate about what they do, and finding that love with what they do, you notice one thing, and they're usually always very positive people. And I think that is something that is so good, because those type of people are always pushing others to be their best selves, right? Just like we saw the teacher, just like we saw the young artist at the very end, they are always pushing each other because they know what it's like, right? To not have someone there to help with your dream, or to tell you that, you can do it. And so to have those type of people is just so awesome. And it is, you're surrounded by those people in your community and you don't even know it, right? And I feel like that is a huge thing, that a lot of people just get out and talk to people. Talk to your local librarian, talk to your local artist, talk to your hairstylist or your barber, talk to just these people about what they do, whether it is a cook at a restaurant. Talk to these people and learn why they love to do what they do. And you might learn something about yourself, and little like the dot here. And so thank you guys for watching our KTBS Plus live stream. Make sure you guys go and look at, one more time, what was that website for all of your guys' events?
www.bossierlibrary.org.
There it is, right there for all of those events, and you can be a part of something fun too. For right now, wherever this live stream sends you, we hope you have a happy and healthy day. Bye-bye.